Hello, Linda here from Linda Active. Unfortunately, Minnie is not in the studio again today, but not to worry, we are going to be doing your workout. Evelyn, you wanted a standing ribcage isolation workout, and then the second portion you wanted it to be mat work, doing lots of crunches. So today we're going to deliver that for you. We're going to incorporate some arms and some changes in the lower body so that we're still activating other areas of the body, not just the rib cage, but we will definitely be doing a lot of shifts and circles to isolate. And then the crunches are going to be all different variations to keep it interesting. So let's get started. I want you to come into a nice wide stance. Tummies are in, shoulders are down and back. And I want you to first of all learn how to shift your rib cage without moving your hips. So maybe put your hands on your hips and start pushing your rib cage from side to side, side to side. So as you get good at this without shifting your hips like this, you can start to get bigger and think about contracting in the core as you shift, shift and shift. And maybe you want to start adding some arms and thinking about reaching to the opposite wall as you shift across. Reach and reach, reach and reach. So we're going to play with this a little bit so that you really get the hang of it, and then we're going to incorporate some forward and back movements and some circles. Let's go for 4, 3, 2, 1. Now I want doubles. So shift and then release a little bit and shift again. Shift, release, shift. Shift, release, shift. Shift, release, shift. Again, fingertips reaching. Reach and reach. Reach and reach. 4 more. 3, 2. Last one. Now we're going to do a single, single, double. Shift, shift, double. Shift, shift, double. Back to those reaches. Single, single, double. Single, single, double. 2 more. And last time, double. Nice job. Roll your shoulders. Now we're going to come with our arms overhead, and I want you to start pushing your rib cage forward and then contracting back. You push your ribs forward, and then you round your back and suck in your belly and pretend you're hollowing out. Forward and back. Forward and back. So you're trying to, once again, not tip your hips. You're just pushing your ribcage forward. Push and contract. Push and contract. Keeping the hips still. If you prefer not to use your hands at first and just think about pushing the chest, contracting in, pushing the chest, contracting in, you can do that too. A few more like this. Really hollow out on the back there. 4 more. 3, this is great shoulder work. 2, 2, and 1. Now we're going to shift our rib cage in 4 directions. So side like we did before, back hollowing out, side like we did before, push the chest forward. Side, back, side, forward. Side, back, side, forward. I want you to really exaggerate each motion. Side, back, side, forward. Now change directions. Side, back, side, forward. Side, back, side, forward. Trying to keep your hips steady. Side, back, side, forward. A few more like this. And 2 more. Last one. Nice job. We're going to widen our stance. We're going to go side to side again, staying on this side. And we're going to go up and down. So up and down. Use your arm to help direct the motion of your rib cage. Up and down. Up and down. So you're still going directly to the side with the rib cage, but you're going up a bit and down. Up a bit and down. For 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Do that to the other side. So it's up and down, up and down. You're lowering a little bit. Use that arm to help guide how you're shifting your rib cage. Up and down. Don't worry if it's tough at first. It's going to take a little bit of time to learn this. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now we're going to go on an angle forward. Forward and then to neutral. Forward. Forward and to neutral. On an angle, pushing that chest forward. 4, 3, 2, 1, and exactly the same to the other side. Forward and then neutral. You're not tucking back like this. You're just coming back to neutral and then pushing forward. Rib cage forward. Rib cage opens. Chest presses forward. 4, 3, 2, 1. Can we do that side to side? Forward, center, forward. Forward, center, forward. Forward, center, forward. Just 4. Trying to keep the hips steady. 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. Come into a wider stance, and we're going to shift side to side now, but with a little bit more movement. So use your arms, float them behind you, and shift across and across, allowing your body to kind of go up and down, up and down. It's a more smooth flowing action, but still using the shift of the rib cage to really isolate the core muscles. For 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Now stay on this side. Shift up and down. Allow that arm to float. It's up and neutral, up and neutral. You're going up on an angle with your rib cage. 4, 3, 2, 1. And now do that to the other side. Up and back to center. Hold your belly button in tight. Across and across for 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Nice job. Come into a turnout position. Step behind with one leg, and then if you can straighten it behind. Now I want you to start rolling your shoulders back. And as you roll your shoulders back, really start to move through the rib cage. So it's back and around, back and around, back and around, back and around. Rotating the entire midsection, keeping your hips still. Rotate, rotate. Stick your chest out here. Go for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now we're going to come forward. So really rotate, and it's almost like a figure 8 action with your rib cage. I'm shifting forward, hinging with a more flat back, trying to keep my hips really still, rolling my shoulders, and think about a figure 8 or an infinity symbol. You're going side to side. 4, 3, 2, 1. Now come to the other side, same turn-up position. Step behind, keep the back leg straight. If you can get your heel to the ground, great. If you can't, just keep it up a little bit and start the same thing. Roll to the back. Now keep your arms bent this time and really think about opening through the chest, opening through the chest. Rotating. Keep that tummy pulled in and just think about isolating and moving through the rib cage. 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. And now we're going to hinge forward slightly with a flat back and rotate to the front. Remembering that figure 8 action, around and around, as if you're tracing an infinity symbol. Around and around. Tummies are in. Back is flat. Around and around for 4. And 3. And 2. And 1. Okay, we're nearly on the mat for the crunches. So let's just do a few ribcage shifts a little bit faster. This time I want you to flex your hands and start to push away. Let's go up a little bit and down with those legs. And down. Let's heat up the body one last time before we move to the mat for crunches. Up and up, down and down. 4, 3, 2, 1. Now let's stay with single, single, double. Single, single, double. Single, single, double. Directly to the side. Do not move your hips. Single, single, double. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one. We're going to go back to those floating arms. But I want you to start picking up your legs and just float your arms, twisting through the rib cage. It's kind of like that figure 8 again, but just flicking out your feet and rotating. Emphasis on the back portion of the rib cage. This is it. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. We're on the mat. So come and lay down with me and push your back into the mat. Slightly tuck your hips. Bring your legs a little bit further away. Heels into the mat. Hands behind the head. Deep breath in, and then as you blow out, crunch it up. So Evelyn, you wanted crunches. So this is what we're doing today. Predominantly crunching. Crunch variations, up and down, just lifting those shoulders, not pulling on the neck, light touch behind the head. Let's go for 6 and 5 and 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Now we're going to come up higher. You can bring your hands in front, up, up, down, down. Maybe cross them over, down, down. If you want them behind the head, it's going to be a lot tougher. Up, up, down, down. Just a few of these. Up and down. 3 and 2 and 1. Now come back down, and we're just going to start marching the feet with slightly faster crunches. Blow out all the air, lifting those shoulders, looking up at the ceiling. Don't look at me. I want your neck in nice alignment with your spine. Breathe and march. March. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we're going to do crunching bicycles. So push that leg out. Now if this is too hard, go back to tapping and just crisscross. The lower you get your leg, the harder it's going to be. Criss and cross. Lifting those shoulders up. Breathe. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last 1. Now I want you to tip your knees to the front. You can bring them all the way down, but if you're not able to, just tip them to the front, chest to the ceiling, and crunch up. Crunching up. Bringing those shoulders up. Working those obliques again. They don't get any rest today. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's do a few tougher ones where we bring the knee in as we crunch up. Can you bring your elbow to knee? Up and down. Up and down. This is short and sharp, so we can do a few tougher ones for 4, 3, 2, 1, and we're doing that to the other side. So legs to the back this time and just crunch up and up. Blow out as you crunch up and up. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and extend that leg, crunch in, extend and bend, come on, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Last little thing, bring your legs quite close to you and tap the outside of your ankles going side to side. Keep your shoulders lifted. Breathe and tap. Tap and tap. If you cannot tap all the way to your ankle, just reach as far to the side as you can. We're done after this. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Done. Whoa, those crunches actually got my heart rate up quite a bit. Let's lay down on our front and stretch our abs. Oh, that feels so good. Just come up as high as you can. Maybe you're here. Deep breath in. Maybe you're up here. So with those rib cage isolations, Evelyn, you've probably done them before. That's why you asked for this workout. But for anyone who hasn't done them before, come into child's pose. They can be a little bit tricky to get because it's hard to isolate any part of the body without other parts wanting to move around. When you shift your rib cage, your hips naturally want to start moving. But once you get it, you feel that it really works those obliques, the waistline and that muffin top area. So it's a really great way to do standing abs. Let's go behind and pull up. And even get the upper body involved, the arms involved, as you could feel that burn in the shoulders, especially when we did the ones that pulled down. You'll also feel your chest contracting. So there's a lot of benefits to doing standing abs with ribcage isolations, and you can even do it in a seated position as well. So it doesn't have to just be standing, or it's seated in a chair if that's your preference. So thank you so much, Evelyn, for your suggestion. A new one definitely for Linda Active. We haven't had any of those sort of ribcage isolations requested as yet. So always fun to do something new. I hope it ticked the boxes for you and that it's what you wanted. Let me know in the comments below, and I will be back very soon with another viewer workout. Bye for now.